Alright, you beautiful people. So recently I made a video talking about the Royal Entry and how it's pretty gas inside of this week's GM. And I was saying how there are two main options to go ahead and use in this week's GM because it is void burn and it's double rewards and a lot more people have access to do this activity now. I was gassing up the Royal Entry and the Taipon specifically. However, I forgot to mention the absolute menace to society that released with this season. That being none other than the Retrofit escapade, especially if you are on a hunter with the Gear Falcon's chest piece. So that's what we are here to do today. Now, as you guys know, this LMG has been absolutely making sweeps across the entire community with it being released this season. The combination of 4 times the charm and target lock have made this thing an absolute menace. You combine that with the Gear Falconer's chest piece on the hunter to always have volatile, or at least have it up very, very often. It really does allow for some pretty fun, juicy damage, and overall just a pretty fun way of going about playing the game, in my opinion. Now, of course, when people were making their videos on the Retrofit escapade, we didn't have GMs out yet for the season, and on Tuesday when GMs finally returned this season and we all saw that it was this old ass strike, my brain just thought back to the good old tried and true strategy of either using linears or void rockets with Galahorn. And considering most of my runs for that day were on my Warlock, I didn't even bother using it. However, after I posted my video, I saw everybody was talking about both this absolute menace of an LMG and some mention and talk of the Leviathan's breath. I was like, bro, there's no way I went that whole video and didn't mention this thing. Now, real quick, we will go ahead and throw up the perks on screen. Not going to talk too much about the perk combos in depth because everybody really focuses on the main god roll with it being 4 times the target lock. Maybe you want to craft 2 of them for a different reason, I don't know, but they're there on the screen. Go ahead, take a look at them. Myself personally, I don't really use LMGs hardly that much inside of GMs. I can't remember the last time I brought an LMG into a GM and treated it like the workhorse like this one does. Now, it does help with this season that we do have access to Lucent Finisher, meaning that the LMG is going to be relatively supplied on heavy ammo for most of the entire strike, and with the consistent upkeep of heavy ammo, it just really allows this LMG to just chew through everything, literally everything: trash ads, champions, and the boss. The only downside is that to get the biggest bang for your buck with this weapon, you do really want to be on a hunter with the Gear Falcon's chest piece. So of course, I still personally recommend the Royal Entry or the Taipon, but if you're on a hunter and you have this bad boy at your disposal, of course it's going to destroy, dude. Of course it is. And if you don't have a Royal Entry, craft yourself a red herring from the throne world. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all be safe.